most people's minds are very fragmented, and so your chi is everywhere, right? But you can draw it all together with with this one simple trick, right? Put your mind on your dantian, and everything comes into the center, right? And the integration just happens very naturally. Say, but um, when you watch me, you can watch with geophysical eyes, with your actual physical eyes, and you're just going to see my body moving. Or you can use a kind of vision that you might call luminous vision. And instead of just seeing my physical body, you're seeing my energy body.
Yeah, I do see it,
Yeah. If you
but I
want to
don't
do
feel it in my own body.
but it's there. It's there, honestly. It is there. The training in Tai Chi and Qigong is about developing your your sensorium to be more aware of that luminous kind of vision, right? And see it in nature, see it in other people, and see it in yourself. The other half of the training is to develop that kind of movement in yourself more. So, Catherine, you're saying you don't feel it in yourself, or you don't feel it very much, or other. Well, that's where everybody starts. Everybody who comes into this, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean chi? What's chi? What's your dantian? I can remember
Yeah.
back when I started with Master Zhang, who was straight from China, hardly spoke, I mean, 3 words of English. Hello, goodbye was about it. And not only was I asking these questions, but all the Chinese students were asking the questions. All right. So he had a group of good, solid, young Chinese men and women who were also asking, well, okay, he keeps talking about the Dantian. Is that real? He keeps talking about Qi. Is that real? And at first, well, you didn't know it was real because you didn't know what to look for in yourself. You didn't know how to feel it. And the only way that changed over time is we just kept doing these exercises. All right? We just kept doing it. Master Zhang kept saying, look inside, look inside, look inside, pay attention. And after a while, you start going, oh, maybe that's what he's talking about. And it's just a little tiny feeling at first. But slowly over time, it starts to grow. And you realize, is the Dantian a thing? Well, it's not a physical thing exactly. But yeah, it's a thing. It's an energy thing. Just like the center of the earth. Is the center of the earth a thing? Well, no, there's no special thing at the center point of the earth. And yet, every atom in the earth is falling toward that center. Well, that makes it a kind of a thing. It's an energy thing. All right. You can say, well, it's created by the mass and blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's created. The truth is, it's the center of the gravity of the earth. The Dantian is your center of gravity. It's a real thing, but it's very difficult to feel at first. Catherine, do you swim?
Yeah.
Next time you're in a pool, float on your
I swim
back.
in the ocean. I don't swim in the
Oh,
pool.
all right, swim in the ocean. Right? Next time you're in
Excusez-moi.
the ocean, float on your back and feel your own center of gravity. And you can do that by playing with it a little bit. Where is my center of gravity?
I'll wait for
And
next summer.
yeah, probably a good idea. What you'll find is it's right underneath your navel, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it, since this is where we came into the world. All right. So don't be discouraged, guys. You are right where you should be at the beginning of this kind of thing. Um, I'll tell you something that just to pique your interest. I'll tell you something that happens for most people who take this search. We'll just pick the DANTIAN. Who take this search seriously and really cultivate this and pay attention. When you're exercising, where should your mind be? You know, on your elbows, on the fact that I need to go to the grocery store, that I need to do this, that I need to do that. No, your mind should be on your dantian, should be on your center of gravity, right? So I'm not thinking about my elbows. I'm thinking about this. Saying your mind is on your dantian is saying your consciousness is on your dantian. Your consciousness is a form of energy. So when you have your consciousness on your dantian, you are feeding energy into that point. And if you keep doing it, it's like fertilizing a garden. It's just going to grow. And at a certain point, it will grow big enough that you'll be able to see it and feel it. And then you go, oh, he wasn't kidding. It's really something. All right? And one of the things that may happen if you treat this seriously and do it is you will go through a phase where there are physical manifestations of this. All right? Someday you may be this is a repetition of something that actually happened to one of my students. He was over at Starbucks across the street from our own studio, and he was sitting and drinking coffee, and he said all of a sudden something started to happen. It was like there was something inside my shirt knocking. Bop, 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 bop. Huh? Yeah. That's a very common symptom of the dantian waking up. Right? Annie's came more from her root chakra, where her root chakra. She said, oh my God, what's going on?" And this lasted for weeks. It was buzzing. All right. These are signs of the different chakras waking up and kind of coming online. They've always been there, right? But now it's like they've gotten a memo, and the memo says, "Wake up and let's do something," and it's very common. Some advice: don't push this stuff. Don't push it. Never push your chi. Never push your chakras. Follow them. All right? You can exercise, but like, don't try to make something happen. Just relax and be gentle, and try and do the exercises the right way, and it just happens naturally. It's like a garden. You can't push a garden. You can cultivate a garden, but you can't push it. Okay, I guess that ate up our time. Tomorrow we'll do some of the exercises on the list. All right. You guys have a good day. Ciao.